Hey folks, how's it going? Tooth here. It is Thursday evening and I'm going to try to do this quickly because I've got to pack and head out tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's a lovely drill weekend. Here we go, U to 6, all that good stuff. So, first off, I want to apologize. I did go to the range last weekend. I did hook up with Mongo, the truck driver. We went out and man, it was just a shit show. Not going to lie to you. We had his Bagara 300 Win Mag out there. Scope mount issues. Didn't have enough stuff out there to get it lined out and all of that good stuff. He and I talked about it. He's going to work on his deal. Excuse me. And man, so right off the bat, Poverty Pony, epic fail. So we'll kind of cover some troubleshooting here real quick. Did a flow test, drip test, whatever you want to call it, with the adjustable gas block. I had it set to wide open right off the bat, and I was just going to tune it down from there and all of that good stuff. I know a lot of people go the other way, but I was trying to hurry up and get stuff done, and I wanted to get the LPVO versus the 5-time prism optic video down short out of the way and get it gone. And yeah, it was a crap. It just failed. That's all there was to it. I was barely ejecting a brass out of it. I was like, what the hell? Just before I go on to the whole troubleshooting process, go ahead and get the LPVO versus prism optic out of the way. It was the same thing, 50 yards, ready up drill. Granted, I was only getting one shot out of the Poverty Pony. Mongo was there, he watched it, and what I noticed, even just doing a one-shot drill off the one gun and then the Mozambique off the other gun, man, I was able to get on target with that first round way faster with the LPVO than the prism optic. So I'm going to stand by what I said. LPVO over prism optic in close quarters. Like I said, LPVO is proving to me to be a very versatile piece of equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off this upper and all of that good stuff. So let's kind of run through the troubleshooting real quick. We're not ejecting. Check the buffer, check the spring, make sure no debris or anything like that was in there. Other than a little bit of carbon, it was clean. Pushing it in and out with my finger, everything seemed to move fine, not a problem. One of the things I forgot to overlook putting the gun together is checking for my gas tube inside here and to see if it had the right length where it engage with the BCG properly. Yes, it was there. It was doing what it was supposed to do. So like, screw it. We kind of just shut her down from there. I came back to the house, visited with Mongo a little bit after he left, got me some free time, came back in, took the gun apart. I wound up using a used gas tube, and I was like, okay, maybe there's something going on that I didn't notice. And as I took the gun apart, shine a light right through here on this part was getting really black, and I just figured that's carbon, no big deal, it happens. But my thought process was, it's getting wore out. It's got X amount of thousand rounds through it, so we got a BCM gas tube, the new one that's on here now. Put it together, checked it, make sure our holes for the gas block, try to get it in here, right there, gas tube, gas block, make sure that's lined up properly. It is. So I was like, all right, took it out, test it, same thing, barely ejecting brass or not ejecting brass at all. Getting highly frustrated. Spent the past few days just digging and dwelling around. And this is kind of one of them deals. I want to throw a bash out there. FN barrels are not cheap, and they're usually pretty good quality. Well, for the military side, they've been good quality. I've put a couple of guns together with them before. They've been pretty decent. Not always what I want, but usually pretty decent. So I didn't know where else to go. Talked to a buddy of mine, and he said, hey, check your gas port. All right, cool. So did a little research, and what I found out is your M4 carbine with a 14.5-inch barrel has a gas port of 0.0625. So we're running the 14.5, 14.7 with a mid-length gas system And we need to have a gas port size tolerance minimum 0.074 to 0.081. That's more than 1,000, more than 10 thousandths of a difference. Messing with stuff like this, yeah, that's quite a bit of difference. So I don't have the proper tools to actually measure it to see what it's at. In the past, I've had to drill out gas ports for tuning of like your rare breeze triggers and your binary triggers, because those smaller gas ports don't like to hold up and run because it's not catching enough gas to cycle everything properly. So we've drilled them out, made them working. So a 5/64 drill bit takes us out to 0.078. Not the best way to test your stuff, gentlemen, boys and girls, but this is what I did. I took a drill bit, the 5/64, which comes out to 0.078. It did not go in the hole. It didn't even try to go in the hole. So 4 thousandths difference, really kind of hard to see. So I was like, all right, so that's what I did. I drilled the gas port hole out on this thing this evening. So we have gone what looks like, honestly, the 0.0625 to the 0.078. So hopefully this will fix our issues and get everything lined up and all of that good stuff. Don't know if I'm going to get to test this system this weekend. So like I said, I got a Muta 6 this weekend, so I'm going to be pretty busy with this new maintenance section, and just because their ESR looks like crap right now. So that's where we wound up at. That is where our troubleshooting led us, and finally led us to is the gas port. We won't know until we troubleshoot it. I went ahead and I got kind of curious, so I was checking out a few other things. So a 20-inch barrel, where did it go? Right there. 20-inch barrel with a rifle length gas system has a max tolerance of 0.093. So if we're not ejecting properly or kicking the brass out the proper way after mounting everything, yeah, there's still some more. We still got a few more, at least almost 20 more thousandths to go to open it up. I just got to find the right drill bits. Man, there was something else. Oh yes, the hand guard. And another update on the Poverty Pony. Yeah, I talked about the Midwest Industries T-Series Combat Quad Rail. Not recommending it. While we got some light right here, I'll go ahead and show you those two fingers right there, how they kind of extend out. They go around the upper receiver of gas journal to avoid rotation. I tried this on a couple of different uppers. Anderson, which is what I built the Poverty Pony out of, Arrow, Combat Arms, and DPMS. I could not get that to go on any of them, and it was just right here on this, would not go over this section right here where my fingers are. This right here, it wouldn't go over that. So I sat down with a pair of dial calipers and a file, and I went to town and got it to line up. Going with this rail with a toss up between this one and the BCM quad rail, and I really wish I would have went with the spent a little bit more money and went with the BCM quad rail. But it's done, it's did, it's over. That's what we got. I mean, but other than that, all honestly, that is the only fault I can find with this handguard rail. And process of putting this together and playing with it, one of the fun things I did is I took a laser pen and duct taped it, and not the best test in the world, but I did it for a reason. Put it on the top, duct taped at the top of the rail, put a couple wraps around it, and just playing with it. I'm sorry I'm laughing. I'm laughing at myself because I was some really redneck shit I pulled. But what I was doing is I was pulling the whole weapon system in, shouldering it hard and everything else, trying to get a point of shift in the makeshift laser aiming device that was on the gun, looking through the optic. I could not get it to shift. So I will say this is a stout dude. I mean, I wasn't, so if I put a lambs on here, I'll be 100% confident the lambs is not going to be, as long as the lambs is a good one, laser aiming module. All right, guys, come on. As long as it's a good one and not some cheap Chinese stuff, I guess, or whatever. I mean, apparently the Holosun's pretty good from what I heard. A buddy of mine's trying it out right now. But I think this quad rail, other than just having to modify it to make it fit on the gun, it fits the bill. You go to the website, you read on it when you order it. It does state in there it fits. Go back and read it. I forget what it says. It's been so long now. But I guess on some of these uppers I got, it's just not going to work. So I'm going to throw this thing back together. Hopefully I get to shoot it this weekend and see if it's working. Other than that, that's where I'm at right now. But like I said, troubleshooting, it's a gas issue. I mean, there was some other stuff we looked at too, like the gas key on the BCG. It was good. So it led us up to the gas port. So y'all have a good one. I'm out. I'm going to go take a shower, pack, and get ready to head out tomorrow morning. Later.